Today I'm talking about spontaneously scheduled sex. The reason why I'm talking about this is that many of my clients who come in to see me talk about wanting to increase the frequency in which they have sex. But the problem is they don't want to schedule sex because it can feel boring, or they just don't like the idea of having 6 o'clock Friday night sex. It can feel strange for some people. The other problem is that if we don't schedule it, then it's probably not going to happen, or it's not going to happen that often, because us as Americans tend to be really busy and overpack our schedule. So how do we prioritize sex in a way that it can be fun and adventurous and playful, but also keep it in the calendar as well, keep it in our normal rhythm? So what I do is I have what's called the jar exercise that many of my clients like. And what this looks like is you each have a jar where you put sexual acts that you enjoy in that jar. So things that I really enjoy sexually, things that I've been wanting to try sexually, things that I fantasize about that I want to include in the jar. This doesn't necessarily have to be what we call performance sex, erect penis and vagina orgasm. It can be things like a sensual bubble bath or a sensual massage, or writing out a fantasy together. So you can get really creative with what you put in the jar, but what doesn't go in the jar are things that have been off the table for you all in your relationship. So avoid that. So then what happens is you decide to set a cadence for how you want to pull and how often you want to pull from the jar. So say you'll do it once a week, and then you decide your partner is going to go first. Your partner will then come and pull from your jar, and whatever that is, he or she has to then come and initiate the way that you like to be initiated. So you have to then have that conversation. How do you like to be initiated? Is it, I like a lot of verbal affirmation, or I just want them to be really direct and blunt, or I like them to come up and cuddle and make me feel really pursued, or I like to have conversations prior to a sexual act, feeling heard and known by that person. How do you feel desired, and how can they initiate in that way? They then pull you into that sexual situation and you all engage in the act. So it can be really fun and playful. You get to know your partner in a new way. So it's a really interesting way to experience intimacy, knowing and being known by your partner by pulling these things. And what's also happening is you're turning towards your partner. You're saying, okay, I'm pulling from this jar, and now I'm going to initiate and love them in a sexual way, the way that they like to be, the way that they like to be pursued, and the way that they experience sex in a really positive way. So I'm doing this for them, and my partner is receiving that, and that's really beautiful. So how can I engage in that? This, I think, increases the adventure, play, novelness in a way for sex, and gets you out of maybe more of a routine sex, which can kind of kill desire. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes, and have fun.